Hello sprites, welcome back to the channel. Lainey here. Today's video is a tour video of my new build in the Peaceful Meadow. It is inspired by a previous dream snap, the Back to New Orleans, and yeah, we are gonna go ahead and take a little tour for it. So grab a cozy spot, maybe some coffee, and sit back and enjoy the video. We are starting off our tour at the entrance area from the beach, the stairway here. This is our main street area. It goes all the way up to the plaza and to the castle. I have little road spaces all through this build and some sidewalks set up. I really wanted to kind of have that feel of like it was a little cozy town or maybe a city, smaller city, I guess you could say. But first off, we are going to head off to the left where we have a cute little flower shop. I love this flower shop. I love all the flowers. It's just bright and cheery. One of my favorite things, though, I have to say, absolutely, is the little butterfly handle. So cute. But we have that off to the side here, and right next to it is Mulan's little tea stand. I felt those could work hand in hand, being as, you know, tea leaves or flowers, the tea flowers, they all come from kind of what would be a flower shop, and maybe they work hand in hand with that. So we went ahead and placed that out here. We also have off to across the way, actually, is the LaBouffe Mansion. This is a gorgeous house skin. I love it. I love how big it is. And of course, it just fits perfectly with the vibe that I was hoping to go for in this build. We have a little space off to the side of it here where we have a seating area where you can walk in and go ahead and sit there, or Kristoff's way, go and play some music, maybe read. We use some of the little pathing that you can craft from Remy, the wrought iron little, I don't know, they're like a pathing, but they're like a little stepstone type of thing. So we went ahead and set some of those out there. As we head on down the sidewalk or street, we have kind of like a little shopping district here. This is where I have set up my Scrooge shop. We have Daisy's Boutique and Remy's, kind of just like in that little corner design that was very, very popular that we've been seeing for a while, kind of just to help with the space. That is one reason why I've also created this build down in the Peaceful Meadow, because up in the plaza, it is just way too small. And like I said, the amount of buildings and homes I wanted to go ahead and include in this, I just needed a little bit of extra space that the Peaceful Meadow gives. Off to the side here, we have a nice little seating area right next to Mulan's little shop there, or stall, and we have an area where we can go ahead and do some fishing with the pond. So nice little spot. As we head over right next to Remy's, we have a little outdoor seating area, like a little spot where the maitre d' is, with a little book for reservations. So cute. Now, someone in my live stream when we were designing this recommended using one of these time-bending items. I think it is perfect. I used one here for Remy, and I also used one in Tiana's place. I love it. It's a cute little, just those little touches, you know, sometimes work perfect. All right, and we have our nice little outdoor seating area with some of the wrought iron items. Obviously, we have Remy's statue here in its glory. I swear that it's almost like King Kong with Remy, with the Eiffel Tower and everything. But we're also using some of the beautiful wrought iron fencing. Now, I love this fencing. It is so perfect. Between this fencing and the original iron and brick fencing, those are my absolute favorite. I had to incorporate, and I felt they worked perfectly for the vibe of the build. A nice little seating area. We are also using some of the Oswaldian cars to go ahead and have in this build as well. I thought they just fit perfectly for the vibe of the build. Again, you can see off to the side here, we have our fishing pond, which is accessible by a few different areas, so we can still use it. We have Tiana's cute little house here. It fit perfectly in this space. I would have liked a little bit more space. Literally, it's like she's getting excuse me, right off into the street. But this is such a cute little house. I just had to include it in here. It also fit well with all the scroll work and like the wood spindling on the deck here and everything. It's just a really cute little addition to the build. As we head off over here, you can see we can either go down to the beach or up to the plaza off to the side. We now have another little bit of strip of road here. We have Remy's house off to the right hand. He has a cute little setup here where you can just go ahead and sit out there. Again, he also has a little bit of sidewalk behind here though. I did want to make sure I could go ahead and access the mining nodes. I've also hidden one of my vacuums back here so I can go ahead and clean up this space when I need to. We have a nice little seating area for someone that might want to come and do some fishing, like Goofy. Again, Kristoff, he just wants to come around and play his ukulele, right? Or his lute. I'm sorry, he plays the lute. But as we head further down, we have a little trolley car. Again, I wanted to use this because it is just perfect. It's cute. It's like we have a little trolley. I debated on putting railway tracks on the ground, but you know, those things are so expensive to build with the amount of plastic that we need. It's ridiculous. I was like, no, it can just drive on the road. It's fine. It's all good. I have one of those beautiful, well, I find them beautiful, but I love them. The little different style clocks here. They are so cute. Wanted to go ahead and incorporate these. I am using one of the park entrances right here. We can go ahead and go through it. This is kind of like, I picture this as like a little door, obviously, maybe to the restroom. And this is kind of where you go ahead and buy your tickets for the trolley. But you can also walk through here and go up into the plaza. So it does have that little connection there. Not too much decorated behind here, but we do have the pathing to go ahead and incorporate, make it work. As you head off past there, we have Tiana's little food stall. Now, I wanted to go ahead and place this there. I love, of course, that we can angle it. I think that just makes it so much cuter. But I was thinking, like, people come here, they're heading for work, they are grabbing some quick bite to eat for the trolley, that sort of thing. So that's kind of where I wanted to go ahead and place this. Now, as we come over here, of course, we have the stairway up into the plaza and by the castle. But again, our main street space. Off to the right-hand side, you can kind of see the backyard to some of my houses. And again, I'm loving these bushes and these trees that you get from the Storybook Vale DLC. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think they just brighten up a build and make it very cheery with all the colorful from those bushes and, of course, the trees alone. Off to the left, we have a little gazebo, one of the beautiful ones with the purple wisteria. I kind of picture this like a little town place where people can come, like maybe they would come and have a town meeting, or they would play music to have a street dance. That kind of sort of thing is the vibe I was going for. But I also connected it so we can go off the outside here and go fishing right next to kind of our little seating area here, like you're waiting for the trolley, that sort of thing. They all kind of work hand in hand together, of course. And we used a lot of the beautiful iron lanterns, the double lanterns from our previous, I think it was the Winter Star Path, one of them. Not this last one, but the one before that. Love these. I think they work perfectly. Everything, you know, kind of trying to keep with the same vibe, like the wrought iron and the iron look to it and everything. So we have one of these little bikes, obviously my favorite. Absolutely adorable. I also decided to use a couple of these grates from the little Pirates of the Caribbean collection thing, which I think was a Star Path as well. And they work perfect to have just a little bit of addition to break up the road itself. As we head off now over here to the right or the left, however you want to see it, we have another street. Now this is kind of more of the housing district a little bit, this portion. They're more, you know, houses per se, but we still have a couple businesses here. Our first business is our cute little bakery. Maybe you can also get a coffee here, come out and have some tea, beautiful fountain that we've got here. I would really love if it would work, but I still like that you can see like the water movement. That is kind of a nice little addition. We are next to one of the ponds, and I have the really cute little swan ride stuck out here. We are also next to Tiana's restaurant. But yeah, we have just this cute little bakery all set up, and it is also not decorated inside. I really need to start decorating inside my builds again. I used to do that quite a bit, and I've kind of fallen off. But I really need to get back into that. All right, as we head over across the street, this is where I have my house for the valley. I love the Lady and the Tramp house. It is my absolute favorite, besides that it's light purple, which you guys know is my favorite color ever. But just the Victorian style house this is my dream home. I really would love to have a house like this. But we've got it all set up there. At least they can have it in Dreamlight Valley. We have a little Figaro's home all set up outside. So Figaro, aka that's my Vidia cat, for those of you that know I have a tuxedo. And as we head off to the side, we'll follow some more of these little stepping stones. This takes us off towards kind of, I guess you could say, a shared backyard. We have access to the pond. Again, bright and colorful, lots of flowers. But we follow it to the back where we have the glass gazebo. And this is my little backyard, kind of like reading nook, sitting, having coffee, of course. And here, Mike and I can have coffee and tea and read some books, talk about anything we want back here. But again, we've got lots of flowers, lots of bright, happy colors. We have some of these stepstones. Again, this leads up to those stairs to the plaza from the main area. We have access to our mining nodes. And as you can see right here, we get the back view of Beast's little flower stall, or flower greenhouse is the way I guess you could say. But we will head back over here. We'll actually follow Mike if he'll let us out. Y'all are just hanging out there. Okay, as we head further down the street, we have Tiana's place. We have a couple little seating spaces right here, kind of like a nice little entry area where we have some of our like the little flower pots and everything from the, what was it, the Ariel bundle, I think it was. It was the Ariel or the Beauty and the Beast bundle. I can't remember exactly. But we have those. We have a cute little fountain. And off to the side here is also Goofy's little stall. Kind of just, honestly, I did not quite know where to put his stall. It's just, I don't know. His stall never ever seems to have a good space to be. So you kind of, it's like a last minute addition where you're trying to shove it. But I wanted to include the stalls almost all in an area where I can go ahead and easily access them. I also have the road continuing off into the space. It's a little weird because obviously, you know, setting up pathing in this area is not the best, but it works pretty well. We have our little maitre d' area here as well. I am using the judge's bench is what we used for both the one over here and at Remy's. I would really like to be able to like put something inside that space, but it won't let you, but that's okay. It still works for the concept I'm going for. And of course we have our little stand here that tells us who's today's winner or what's on the menu, that sort of thing. As we head off to the side, underneath this little awning area, we have like a little coffee bar with some baked goods here, and we have a bunch of cute little tables. Guys, when I was setting this up, I had to put the cute little lamps from the LeBouf collection as well. They work so good with the green. I don't know. It just was too cute. I could not pass it up. But we have a nice little view with the restaurant to the beach besides that rock there. But still, it's a nice little view. And of course, we've added some fireflies. I still really wish we could put fireflies over the water. I kind of managed to make it look a little bit, but they are in there. Nice little setup space for everyone to come and have some food. All right, we will now head down this street area. Again, another car. I tried to put out lots of little benches for different seating areas, and you can of course reach the fishing areas as well. we have this beautiful greenhouse house. It is actually so pretty. I love it with all the floral work. I'm not much one for pink, but this is a nice pink. It's more, I guess, salmon, and it works really well with the off-white and the teal kind of color, which is not even like a strong teal, but it is so gorgeous. We had to go ahead, put lots of flowers. It's like a different flower shop per se. Maybe it's just not necessarily a flower shop, but you know, someone's garden green thumb type of girl. And as you head off to the side, again, we can access our mining node here. We've got beautiful pink florals I tried to keep with. We have the really cute greenhouse that is connected to the house. I just wish we could interact with this door. I want to hit open and have maybe walk in. I don't know. I think it's so cute though. I love how you're able to see everything in there. I think that's one of my favorite parts about this house is the little greenhouse. And then we have Beast's little greenhouse floral stall here. I thought that was a nice little addition there to go ahead and add to this space. We will then head off to across the way where we have our haunted mansion. Now this is the classic one. It's not the Halloween / Christmas version, which I absolutely needed to use. I love it. I think it's so pretty, but I wanted this space to kind of mirror and represent what was going on with this house skin, where it looked like you have the vines and ivy kind of taking over the house. It looks little bit worn and torn down. It is livable, but you know, it's seen its better days and everything. So I wanted, of course, to use a nice grand entrance here. So we've got the cute little Mickey arch up there with the banners. We are using the the iron and brick fencing here. Perfect. It matches our pathing. We do have some flowers. It's like the nice street entrance is pretty great, but once you pass that, it's a little bit overgrown and run down. We have a cute little garden with lots of tall beach grass, flowers. Again, we just want it to be like it's overgrown, just like the house with the vines. We have little pathing going over to our well for traveling. We can access our mining nodes, and again, off to the side here, more garden space. But we also have a little gazebo. Now this is like the Halloween gazebo. I wanted to go ahead, mirror the rundownness of the build, and so I thought this would be perfect. The worn and torn, well-used gazebo look there. Lots of grass, lots of foliage. We have a nice little seating area for people to come in there, maybe read books. And we're using a lot of these wrought iron pathing, walk stepstones. I like it. I like it a whole lot better than regular path. As we head back here, we have another little seating area under the bench, and I have added a cute little addition of one of our Dreamlight trees, which I thought would be perfect for this. It kind of has that overgrown feel as well, since it's a large tree, and with the dropping of the Dreamlight, I just thought it would be such a cute addition. And as you can see, a lot of characters hanging out in the back here. But there we have it. Now that is pretty much our build. I really wanted to try and keep with a nice cohesion of different items throughout the build, like obviously the pathing roadway, the lighting, the fencing, but every little area is just slightly different, but with some same items, like the trees. Maybe the bushes are slightly the same, but definitely these trees are used throughout the whole build, and we threw in a couple different larger trees as well. This is my favorite area right now, and we'll probably stay in this space for quite a while. I love it, even though it is my only space really decorated in my valley currently. But I just love it. I love that I was able to create a nice little town feel to it. And again, it is absolutely one of my favorites, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me today, Sprites. I would love to thank all of my subscribers, anyone who likes, comments, or shares, and of course my wonderful members. You all are fantastic, and you just help out my channel so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we will see you at the next video. Bye!